And I'll rise like the day.
That's my magic wand right there. That's Matt Mendenhall. Okay, when I was 15 years old, okay, that was my magic wand. I wanted to look like this guy. He was in all the magazines, you know. I was like, oh man, I was lifting weights at the time. I wanted to be a bodybuilder, of course. And when I would show some of my friends, family, didn't matter who, this is what I want to look like. Can you imagine what most people told me? What do you think they told me? No. I can't tell you one person that told me that I could achieve this. Not a single one. Everybody told me I didn't have the frame for it. I'm too tall, I'm too skinny. Okay, Steve, you remember me when I was little, right? I've known Steve since I was a little boy, you know, and I was thin, okay? So the bottom line is, not one person told me I could achieve this, okay? They told me what I couldn't do, what I wasn't capable of doing, and that just was not going to happen. And so I stopped telling people. I just started putting into action what I felt I wanted. That was my magic wand. Okay, I was, again, a skinny guy. That's me right there. I'm sorry, it's a blurry picture. It's the best I could find. But that's me at my first bodybuilding show, age 15. Okay, tall, thin. You can see that, you know, I was a swimmer prior to that, so I kind of have a swimmer's physique. Not necessarily a bodybuilding physique, okay? But that was my goal. That was really where I was headed. Okay, and of course at that time I started listening to, okay, like guys like Anthony Robbins and, you know, Dennis Waitley and all these guys that, you know, that start feeding your mind. I'm programming my computer, okay? Didn't know it at the time, but I'm programming my computer with positive things that are gonna drive me to be able to be the success that I've become, okay? So I'm feeding my brain, okay, my computer with the things that make sense to me. And I stopped listening to everybody else. So I have a long way to go. I know it, but I'm ready to put the work in. But along the way, all kinds of things happen. And a lot of people come to me, okay? A lot of people come to me and they say, you know what, the reason why I'm so out of shape, the reason why I have never achieved my goals, the reason why I haven't made the progress in my life that I was hoping that I was going to make was because I got injured in cheerleading, or I got injured in football, or whatever the case may be when they're in high school. So they stop, they give up, they don't do anything anymore, okay? When I was in high school, I was down in Virginia and I was working at the job. I was actually going down visiting Kim, and I got in a car accident where a truck, actually a big, huge garbage truck, hit the side that I was sitting. I was in the passenger side, and it closed in over top of me, okay? 5 minutes before that, I decided to lay my seat back and just take a nap while we're driving to the job site, okay? Had I not done that, I wouldn't be here speaking to you today. But I laid back, and by the grace of God or whatever else, that just closed in over me, and they had to pry it off of me. But I lived, of course. But at that point, I had to go through therapy for months and months, okay? And of course, at that time, it's very easy for that idea, that image, that magic wand to really fade, okay, and go away. And that happened consistently over and over again, okay? But I would rekindle that idea, that thought, and I'd go after it again and start working toward it again until then all of a sudden, oh, let me go back for a second. So after this car accident, I do get back on track, okay? And I push, okay? I overcome that obstacle. It took me quite a while. And I go on to win the Teenage Mr. Universe, okay? The Teenage Mr. America, okay? Two of the biggest natural bodybuilding shows in the teenage division, okay? I went on to take those titles after that major car accident, okay? And of course, at that time, everybody kept telling me, you know what, it's okay, it wasn't meant to be. You know, it's obvious, this is fate. A few years later, I tear my rotator cuff. I'm lifting a 125-pound dumbbell, I kick it up, I don't get it up all the way, and all of a sudden, I'm trying to muscle it up, and boom, my shoulder pops right out, okay? I tear the rotator cuff, okay, I can't even move my arm. I just bought a brand new shirt that they had to cut off me. I was upset about that. But the bottom line is, again, I was in therapy forever, okay? And during that time, I was like, I really don't know if I'm going to be able to get back at this. You know, this is a severe injury, and it took forever for me to rehab, to get back at it. But in my mind, I was like, no, this is what I've always wanted. This is where I want to go. And I had to rebuild that magic wand. I had to think about it, focus on it, see it, okay? And I had to learn, okay? I had to construct a blueprint for myself to get there, to get past that major obstacle that was holding me back. Okay, I went on from there to win the Collegiate National Bodybuilding Championships, my first huge national win after the USA's. And so next, in 1995, the big one comes around, okay? I'm in a job. I'm doing a tile job where I'm unloading tile, grout, and everything from a loading dock. The loading dock at a post office, okay? So the truck's here, the dock's down there, okay? The post office loading docks are lower. So I had to step on and off this truck all day long. Okay, 2 other guys that were supposed to help me unload it didn't show up. So it was all on me to unload this tractor trailer truck full of this heavy material. So I do it all day long, okay? Well, the next day is my scheduled leg day. I can't miss my leg day. It's one of my favorite days to train, okay? So I get underneath the bar and I'm squatting a weight that I squatted every week. It's about 550 pounds. And I'm on about my 6th rep. And all of a sudden, from the day previously, my hamstrings, glutes, and lower back were so fatigued that the weight gives way, and I start doing this, and then I lodge forward. I try to rack the weight. I end up racking it, but what happened was I ended up breaking my back. Fraction 2 vertebrae, compressing 2 discs. I'm laying on the ground in a puddle. I can't even move, okay? I can't even move, so they have to take me out on a stretcher, okay? And they want to put me in traction. They want to do surgery, but they can't do surgery because everything's so inflamed, okay? I'm laying there and I cannot even move my head side to side like this. That was impossible for me, okay? So in my mind, I think, whoa boy, now what do I do, you know? Where am I going now? I put all my eggs in one basket, okay? After the first car accident, I dropped out of college, okay? And I got a job after I rehabbed and, you know, but then sitting there, laying there, not even be able to move for 6 weeks, okay? You don't even want to know how uncomfortable it is when, you know, my wife had to, you know, she was my girlfriend at the time, had to quit her job to take care of me. You know, I can't get up to go to the bathroom, none of it, okay? So in your mind, you start thinking, is this the end? You know, and everybody else around me said, you know what, Jeremy, you know, you had a great bodybuilding career. You won a lot of titles, a lot of shows, but obviously this is the end of the line for you, and it's just not meant to be. You know, and most people would accept that, okay? And it's a legitimate, good reason. Of course, in my mind, you know, I could totally accept that and never train again. The doctors told me first thing, you will never lift weights. You will never train another day in your life. That's exactly what they told me. And they didn't tell me that once. It seemed like every single doctor or nurse that took, you know, that was there had to tell me. It's like they felt like it was their duty to tell me that, oh, well, you're never going to lift weights another day in your life. That's what they would tell me. Okay, so for me, it was tough to be able to fight back what I was being told and to rebuild a magic wand that literally had been squashed. Okay, it took months, okay, years almost, a little over a year for me to really come back. Okay, but in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get back into that gym. And the first day I got back in there, okay, my wife, the first day I was actually able to get up and walk around. She breaks down into tears because I stand up, I don't have a shirt on, and the muscle that I used to have in my back, okay, was a lot of thick, good muscle. I didn't have any muscle left on my back. It was just skin and bones, and you could see the vertebrae protruding from my back. It was all gone, okay? And she just broke down crying. She says, oh my God. You know, she couldn't believe it. And you could see my spine, it's like this now, you know? And so she, you know, but in my mind, I didn't care. I was going to get back at it. I rebuilt that magic wand and I went after it, okay? I went on to turn professional as an IFBB professional bodybuilder. I was the most photographed bodybuilder in the world in every magazine you can think of. I traveled all over the world, okay, promoting health, fitness, and getting paid for it. Okay, it was great. I had one of the best contracts an athlete could have. I was sponsored and endorsed by the largest supplement company out there, Muscle Tech Research and Development. The bottom line is this. I made sure, okay, that I re-engaged that magic wand. But number two, okay, I learned from every single thing that happened to me. Okay, I saw all those obstacles as opportunities to learn and grow and move forward. I went back to school. I got my degree. I started well-rounded health and fitness. Okay, I had all these things that I'm going to do now. I'm not leaving my eggs in one basket. Okay, I went back, got my degree. I went back and started my own business. And again, and started building that up. I had all these new goals that were incorporated now into my magic wand on top of just being a professional bodybuilder. So you'll see here it says success is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, skillful execution, and the vision to see obstacles as opportunities. The vision to see obstacles as opportunities. The bottom line is most people won't go through the pain, the discomfort of an obstacle and get back on track and move forward. They accept it, they accept what everybody else tells them, okay? So it's okay now for me to step back and not become the professional athlete, the professional bodybuilder that I intended to be because everybody else told me it's okay. But no, absolutely not. And absolutely not for every single person in this room. If you have goals and aspirations that you've let it go of, but you still want it deep down in your heart, you need to put that back in your magic wand and build it and see it. Okay, you can leave here today. Okay, you can just kind of let it go. Okay, oh, good presentation, it was okay, but I've already heard all before. We hear all kinds of goal setting seminars. I mean, I know what I'm doing. I'm doing okay. Okay, well listen, if you don't decide to, number one, come up with the idea, the image, the picture that drives you and gives you the passion to take the steps on a daily basis, to start thinking differently, okay, to start focusing on what you want, okay, to take the actions you haven't taken, okay, and to speak the words you haven't spoken before, okay, then you're not going to move forward, okay? And I know every person in this room, if you're working with Paul, you have aspirations of greatness, aspirations of being your absolute best. Because I know that's what he expects. Am I right, Paul? Exactly. So this is your opportunity to engage step one that most people let go. Step one of achieving a goal. Building that magic wand so strong, so clearly, making a movie in your mind that it gives you chills when you think about it. It makes you even a little bit emotional when you think about it, okay? That's what has to happen. It takes time. Okay, the bottom line is we don't use our imaginations, okay? We don't. Okay, our imaginations nowadays are right here. This is our imagination. It's right in this little phone we carry around. All of our pictures, images, all those things, everything we need to remember, it's right here. You got to start using your imagination. And you got to engage it day in and day out when you get up in the morning. So you have the passion to get out of bed and do what most people won't do. Exercise a little earlier, sleep a little bit less. Eat the clean foods that most people won't eat. The bottom line, if you're going to live an extraordinary life, okay, you got to start taking care of your body so you have the energy and you feel great so you can move forward every day and make progress every single day. So there's me, obtaining pro status, bigger than my magic wand originally. And then, of course, I wanted to go beyond that. So I had larger goals, larger magic wand. There's me going beyond the limiting beliefs. Most people said that there's not possible for somebody as thin as I was to be that big. I was the largest bodybuilder stepping on stage in the world at that time. There's bigger guys now. Of course, this is 10 years ago. Okay, there's some real big guys. Thank you. So my intention was to step on stage and command the stage, okay? But I've moved way past that. I almost couldn't wait to get out of it, okay? So that I could show other people what they can achieve, okay? Help other people make that same type of progress. Okay, during the time I was a contracted athlete, I never stopped. I never stopped training people. I never stopped, conducting my business every day, helping other people because that's what I love to do. I had a great contract. I didn't need to work at all. But I did what I loved because I loved working with people and helping them become their absolute best.